forever. Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip.
Good evening. Welcome into the show. It's the Fanatical Massholes show. It's your boys, Mizzo, with my man Marky in with me tonight.
What's
holding
going
it
on,
down.
everybody?
You know what I mean? Fellow fanatics, sports fans. You know how we do on this show. We talk about sports from a fan's perspective. I didn't play. I think you played. Did you play, Marky? You played.
Yeah,
you played high school.
I played in high school, yeah.
All right. So he knows a little bit around it. So we're gonna get some his expertise. But like I said, we give it from a fan's perspective. We're not telling the players what to do and how to do it, but we just talking our talk like everybody else does. So that's how we do it on this show. A little bit of hip hop, sometimes here and there. You know what I mean? We also give out bozos of the week. We got one particular bozo. Actually, a whole fan base of bozos this week we're gonna talk about.
We got quite a few bozos this week.
Quite a few bozos this week we're gonna get into. Also, obviously, our locks, 5 locks, college, pros. We're gonna get into the NBA. They named the best players for each franchise, and we'll also discuss the resting players rule, basically the load management rule. We'll get into that, see if it's really gonna be beneficial. Are the teams really gonna stick to it? All that and more. As always, we'd like to thank my sponsors. If you're looking for a plate, trying to get something to eat, hit up my man Timothy Brunfield, Big Belly Barbecue out here in Worcester. He got all the fixes for you. None of that preservatives, none of that processed stuff. Check him out. Also, if you're looking to get hooked up with some gear, check my man Charles Price up. Young Fly Forever. Got a store located out in Southbridge. Hit him up. Go check him out. I'll post the links and the page as I always do. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, share, support the damn movement. All right, Mark, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go, man. Let's do this.
All right, let's get into it. So obviously, last night, it turned into a good game, man. I mean,
it really did. It turned in after those turnovers. It turned into a pretty good game.
Right.
It was just an ugly start.
Yeah. So garbage time, basically. I wouldn't say garbage time, but towards the end, they put up a bunch of points. Did Minnesota, but obviously the Eagles take the game 34-28. Jalen Hurts didn't have a big day, throwing as well. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. DeAndre Swift did his thing. 28 rushes, 175 yards, 1 touchdown. Devonta Smith did his thing, 4 catches, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Kirk Cousins, though, not to be outdone, even though they call him Mr. Non-Primetime, he threw 4 touchdowns, no picks. They just had 4 fumbles.
You can't ask for anything more. You really can't ask for anything more. You just can't. Their defense couldn't stop the run, and I'm not going to lie to you. DeAndre Swift last night shocked me. In Detroit, this dude couldn't find a hole if his life depended on it.
Right.
Last night, he found holes where there were none. He was
right.
I also do think it's that offensive line. That offensive line is probably top 2 league, top 3. But DeAndre Swift last night really surprised me. And I think this is Jalen Hurts' regression year. You saw it last night. You saw it against the Patriots. He was trying to do way too much. There were plenty of zone reads that he ran where he tucked it when he should have handed it off. There was one in particular, I remember he did it, and he got like a 3-yard loss. But if he would have gave it to Swift, it's like a 15-yard gain right up.
Yeah.
He was just doing way too much.
I think that's when I put not tweet anymore. I think I X'd that I said it because I said it last week. The Phillies offense has gotten predictable. To me, it just seems like they've gotten predictable where you kind of can see what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, and Minnesota kind of had them. He kind of had them shut down. He couldn't do anything as far as with that option.
They played, like you said, defensive ends played their game off. They outside contained. They did it. And that zone coverage they had, those linebackers kept their eyes on Jalen Hurts. And the moment he broke, they were on him. He had no running room at all. That's going to be his regression this year. They have a year of tape on him.
Right. The touchdown throw to Smith was a good throw. That was on a dime, and he got hit. He stood in there and took the hit. The first throw that he threw him, that it was a jump ball. Again, it was a jump ball. Good catch. The pick he threw was horrible. That pick was horrible that he threw. That was a horrible pick. Like I said, I see them, but like you said, it was Swift was the difference. The way he hit the holes. Again, he wasn't breaking off 25-yard runs, but he was just gashing them 5, 7, 8.
Yeah,
10.
it was. I was.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, he really
patient.
He really impressed me last night.
He's really
the MVP for me of that game, hands down.
Absolutely,
they lose.
Yeah, they lose. He's really patient. He kept them third and manageable. Yeah, it was basically Swift's game. That was basically his game. I like it.
That
I
was
like
the
it.
coming out party that we've been waiting for what, 3 years now?
Yeah, but overall, I think he's been hurt. He gets hurt a lot too. That's the problem. He does get hurt a lot. But
He
overall,
does.
like we said, I think Philly. Like I said, I don't got him. My picks, I didn't have him going to the Super Bowl anyway. I don't even think I had him in the conference championship game. I think they're gonna regress just a bit. That it's gonna be enough where you see it where they're gonna lose that game in the playoffs, and it's gonna come down to that, the predictability of
They're
the
going to
offense.
run into the Niners again. The Niners are going to have Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy's going to light them up. I'm sorry. Brock Purdy is going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. This dude is just insane.
He's got it. I
haven't seen Kyle Shanahan's offense run this well since my Falcons Super Bowl year. I haven't. Matt Ryan, when he ran that offense under Kyle Shanahan, that was the number one offense in the league. They were averaging 38 points a game. They were unstoppable, and they rode that wave all the way through the Super Bowl. Even though we lost 28-3, it still breaks my damn heart.
You out here in Patriot country too.
The issues in that we won't even talk about. Run the damn ball. That's all I got to say. But Brock Purdy is the guy for that offense. Trading Trey Lance, getting Jimmy G out there and saying, hey, listen, you're our guy, especially off a torn UCL. I didn't think he was going to do anything. And then to see him come out against Pittsburgh, which their offense may not be great, but their defense is really
always
good.
Right. I think Brock Purdy's the real deal. He's the real deal. And again, like you said, going back to that, the year with Atlanta when they had Devontae Freeman, Julio Jones. What's my other man's name? Devin Coleman. Yeah, they had a squad. Yeah, I forgot. They had so many weapons.
Austin Hooper. Austin
Hooper. What did they beat the Seahawks by? Like,
our defense in that game, I know it's 7 years ago. I mean, we had one starter over the age of 25 on that defense. And you're playing Tom Brady. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that was Keanu Neal in them. Yeah, good. Yeah,
Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, Jalen Collins.
All them
boys.
Yeah, man. Good squad. Real good squad. Damn, it's crazy. They should. I can't. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Just run the damn ball. They would have won that Super Bowl,
bro. Just run the damn ball. That's all you had to do in the second half. You ran it 3 times in the second half. You were averaging 7.5 yards a carry in the first half, and you stopped.
Obviously, my wife is a Patriots fan. I'm sure your girlfriend's a Patriots fan. So they were pulling their hair out, and then the end of the game, I'm like, yo, how the hell they win this game? I couldn't believe that. I'm like, man, it's crazy, man, crazy. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic for another day of sports letdowns. So, all right, Eddie. Overall, like I said, Minnesota. I think now they might have to look to the future. Now, I think it might be time to say let's get rid of. Not, I had to say get rid of, but let's let Kirk Cousins go somewhere we could possibly win. Again, he's not.
I agree because they're not helping him on defense. They're giving him everything on offense, but they're not helping him on defense at all.
Right. Again, he doesn't.
Smith's older than Jesus at this point. I mean, you let go of Eric Kendricks. You have Danielle Hunter, but I can't even name their starting corners.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. And you got to play AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yeah, but again, the defense held up. For the most part,
they didn't do that. They let up 34 points, but
it's more the run, like you said. It was more that was just the ground, man.
They were focusing on that zone coverage, off coverage.
Yeah,
focusing on Jalen Hurts. Their main goal. I looked at their defensive game plan. And it was like, listen, if you beat us, you're not beating us with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and they beat him with DeAndre Swift. And if I'm Minnesota, I'm walking out of that game like, hey, listen, we went in with the game plan we wanted to go in. They just had our number.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one. All right. Like I said, I think Kirk Cousins, it might be time to go somewhere he can play. Again, where he can win a Super Bowl.
Jets need a quarterback.
Yeah. I don't want the Jets to have that much.
I don't want it either.
They talk too much already. They don't listen. I don't wish nothing bad on Aaron Rodgers. It happened. But I'm just saying, like, the Jets been doing too much talking, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and me as a Commanders fan, like, I don't want you to have everything already like that. I want everything. You know what I'm saying?
As a Falcons fan, man. I want everything. I've been dealing with some hard times.
Yeah, let's get Kirk Cousins back as the Commanders fan. You know what I mean? But I think he should go somewhere we can win. Let's run his course. Again, they call him Mr. Non-Primetime, whatever they call him. But like you said, the last few games he's been good. He hasn't been bad in these primetime games. His team just come up short.
Dude, 4 touchdowns. He had a passer rating of 129. He was sacked twice. No interceptions. I mean,
on point.
He has the weapons. Hawkinson, Addison, obviously. Then there's Jettis, but he's just a different breed.
Right.
You throw 4 touchdown passes in a night where Alexander Madison couldn't
coughed it up.
He couldn't. I was like blown away. I don't know how you still play him.
Yeah, but who do they got? You know what I mean? Like who's their new backup? Because he was the backup to Dalvin Cook. Like, you know what I mean? He was
out there.
I get no doubt they don't got him on the team. They should go get him.
I would have sent a message. I would have benched Alexander Madison, and I would have put in whoever the backup was and say, bro, you've coughed it up too much already. You're not doing nothing. You did nothing week 1. You did nothing this week, but turn the ball over, cost us the game. I think it was 2 possessions he cost them.
Yeah,
you got to. They said, listen, we're gonna get rid of Dalvin. You're our guy. Prove it.
One more thing, real quick. What do you think about that? I know it happened. The fumble out of the end zone. You like that rule?
No, I hate that rule. But everyone's saying Jettis was trying to make a play. If you actually watch the replay, the ball was moving before he even tried to extend it. So that should be. It's tough because you can't recover it. It's out of bounds, but every other out of bounds fumble you have goes to the team who had the ball. Every single one of them. Now, I kind of get why they have that rule, because then nothing really kind of prevents you from just saying, hey, whatever, if it goes out the back of the end zone, it's still our ball. So I get it. It was kind of like the old catching the end zone thing. If you're pushed out of bounds.
Yeah. Right. Like, no force out.
Nothing prevents you from even trying to get both feet down. You're like, screw it. If I get one and he touches me, it's a touchdown anyway.
Yeah. Right.
I understand it a little bit, but maybe not give him the ball at the 1, but, start the play over. It is what it is. Wherever you were is where you get the ball. We're not going to – it goes out the back of the end zone. You go back to the 20-yard line or wherever you were.
Got you. I hear you. I don't like it either. All right. Now let's get into these games. Let's start with college football. What games are you intrigued by this week? Before we get into our locks,
intrigued by my college games that I'm definitely intrigued by. Is obviously going to be Colorado versus Colorado State.
Of course.
Trash talk that coach has been doing. I take my hat off and glasses off when I talk to grown-ups. Like, bro, grow up, get over it. You're just mad that he has the attention on him and he's doing something that honestly no college head coach has even done. Les Miles, Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, Kirby Smart,
none of them.
None of them. He's done things in 2 games in 1 offseason that I've never seen in college football. I'm not the biggest college football fan. I follow it. I follow the teams. I see what they're doing. I haven't seen anyone do what he does. He has these guys. He has a fire under their ass for sure.
Yeah. Making them believe. He makes them believe. That's definitely one of the games I'm intrigued by as well. Another one is all kind of off the radar. Duke and Northwestern. I want to see Duke. I mean, they should probably beat Northwestern. I think they're a 17.5 point favorite. But I like this kid, Riley Leonard. I'm looking at him. He showed me a lot against Clemson on that game, that standalone game, primetime game. He showed me a lot.
He did.
I like this kid.
I like the kid. I also like the kid from North Carolina.
Drake May.
Yeah. I was not high on him last year when they were talking about him being the second best quarterback, or him and Caleb Williams duking it out for the number 1 quarterback. I was like, bro, get out of here. And so far this season, he's really, really impressed me. I know it's been only a couple games, but I'm like, okay, he could be someone that gets them inside the top 15, maybe the top 10 if they win a couple games they're not supposed to. But I like what I see out of him.
Right. No doubt. That's what's up. All right. Let's get into our locks. So my locks for this week, I got Indiana plus 10.5 against Louisville. They host Louisville. So I got Indiana 10.5, plus 10.5. San Diego State plus 24.5 against Oregon State. So now I got you. We just talked about them. North Carolina, Drake May, North Carolina, minus 6.5 against Minnesota. I got Tennessee minus 6.5 at Florida, and I got Washington State minus 16.5 at Michigan State. I mean, everything that's going on with Michigan State and then Coach Mel Tucker, he's going to be fired. They got him suspended or whatever the case is going on. He's going to be fine. All the turmoil there. I think it's going to be even worse. Washington's the number 8 team. They're going to go in there and blow the doors off Michigan State. Michigan State's got to totally rebuild this thing from the ground up. So that's why I'm going Washington. That's a lock for me. So those are my 5 locks. That's why I picked them.
So my first lock, I'm a Falcons fan. I'm also a Georgia Bulldogs fan.
Oh my God! Don't
I
tell
have
me that.
them as a lock. I know it's a hefty spread.
Yeah, was it
26.5 points?
26.5. Yep.
But that defense, I don't whatever Kirby Smart and Georgia are feeding them boys over there in Georgia, keep doing it.
Don't sleep on Spencer Rattler. I know, you know what? Spencer Rattler let me down though against North Carolina. Don't speak. Every time I try to that kid.
If you beat me with Spencer Rattler, you deserve it.
Trash. Nah, I hate to say it like that. I wasn't gonna say him trash. He hasn't lived up. He was Heisman hype coming out.
Yeah,
he just hasn't lived up to that.
He didn't live up to that potential at all. If he couldn't do it at Oklahoma, with what's his name? Riley. I can't remember his first.
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah. You couldn't do it with him. You're not doing it with nobody else.
No doubt.
My second lock, I have Florida State over BC. It's 24.5 point spread. I think that's a 40-50 point blowout. The way they manhandled LSU.
Yeah, buddy.
BC even thinks they're going to put up 20 or 10 on them. That's not going to happen. My other lock, I got to go with my man Dion over here. I don't remember what the spread was on that game, but I'm sold on Colorado. You know, I think they'll go 11-1, and I think they'll lose to USC and Caleb Williams because that man is just playing on another planet right now.
Yes, sir.
But I expect big things out of Colorado. Another lock that I have, it's another easy one. I have Ohio State 29.5 over Western Kentucky. It is what it is.
Okay.
And then I know we were just talking about Michigan State and all the shit they were going through.
You got
I have Michigan State upsetting Washington
Whoa.
at home. This is going to be a game with everything going on. These boys got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
When you're playing a team that has nothing to lose, and you're Washington, and you have everything riding on this game.
Yeah, you lose this, you don't even got to worry about even going to the Pac-12 championship.
Doesn't matter if you win out the rest.
You're not going. You're not going to
You're not
going to the playoff. Right.
So I have this just pure off Michigan State. Ain't got nothing left to lose.
All right, now we going.
I have them on the upset.
We going head to head. We bet beers over here now.
Yeah,
we bet 6-packs now.
I don't drink, so
okay.
I'll take energy drinks.
There you go. Shit, what you rock with?
I drink Ghost.
What the hell is that?
It's an energy drink that they sell at like the gyms and stuff.
Okay,
but I don't do like the Red Bulls, the Monsters. Way too much stuff in there. I like.
Yeah. I don't know if it's. Yeah, I like the body armors. I don't know if that's really an energy drink, but I love body armor.
They're more like a vitamin thing. They do got some energy in it, but nothing like a Ghost.
Yeah. All right. I'm like, yeah. All right. Cool. So that's the college. Now let's get into the big boys, the pros on Sunday. The 2 games that I'm intrigued by. Your team, the Falcons, hosting the Packers. I want to see. Jordan Love impressed me, and I'm rooting for the kid. He impressed me. I want to see him do it again because Atlanta looked a lot better than I thought they were. Because I took the Panthers last week, and Atlanta blew the doors off them. They blew the doors off them.
Yeah, I had us winning. I didn't think it was going to be like that. I really didn't. Our defense in the second half, from the second quarter on, our defense was just
right.
Jesse Bates, we got
good pickup.
So much
good pickup.
That pickup and
I like that pickup though.
2 interceptions, a forced fumble, 10 tackles.
Yeah, I like that pick. But again,
elevated Richie Grant's game. The opposite safety. He was the man on the defense. He was telling everyone where they needed to be, where they had to go. Dude's only 26 years old. He's already the leader of the defense. And you know what? I'm here for it. I think our defense can be top 10.
Stir up the middle.
We we shore up the middle of the line, we'll be a top 10 defense. AJ Terrell on one side, Jeff Okuda, say what you want about him being a bust. He played his ass off last year in Detroit. He did really well. He's hurt right now. But we don't need him to be what Detroit needed him to be. He's not playing the number ones. That's why we got AJ Terrell. Now you put Jeff Okuda across from him, Mike Hughes in the slot. We'll be fine in that secondary.
You mean the middle? You mean the linebackers? I'm going to say you got Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett does his thing.
So we do have Grady Jarrett. We were running a 3-4 over, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We were running either 3-4 over or 3-4 odd. I don't really remember what it was.
Yep.
So 3-4 is not really good against the run. It's not going to be good against the run unless you got stifling, thumping linebackers. We don't have that. Caden Ellis and Troy Anderson are not thumpers. They're 230 pounds. They're pass coverage. They're blitzing.
Yeah, that's
don't have a thumper in the middle.
Yeah.
So we got to go to a 4-3 at least mix it in there. Put Grady Jarrett, Calais Campbell in the middle. Let AK-47 do his stuff on the outside and get a rotation opposite side of him. Will be, and there you go. We're short up. Let Caden Ellis, let Troy Anderson do their thing in the middle, and we'll be fine. We just got to shore up that front four, and we'll be good.
Got you. Listen, Marky's giving out lessons, man. I mean, he just told you what 3-4 over, what it is. 1995, though. You ain't getting it for free. Ain't nothing free in this world. But another game I'm intrigued about is the Jets and the Cowboys. I want to see Zach Wilson looked okay second half. I want to see. I need to see what he does.
I'm rooting for that kid. I feel bad for him in a sense. He got thrown into a no-win situation from day one.
Right.
A lose-lose situation. And then, he had a down year last year. You bring in Aaron Rodgers. You basically tell him, listen, kid, you ain't it.
You ain't it.
And Rodgers has all the faith in the world in him. He developed throughout the preseason. He looked, once he settled down Monday night, he looked good. He didn't look fantastic. He was making the right reads. He was hitting guys. He did have that Zach Wilson pick that he always throws.
Right to Milano. I
don't know how, are you colorblind? Those jerseys are pretty damn bright, bro. I don't know how you missed that. I get the game moves way faster than it normally does.
Right.
But yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to that game.
What else you looking forward to? Besides you just talked about your team in that game, you got any other games you've been intrigued about?
Chiefs Jaguars. Absolutely, 110%. Travis Kelce's back. Chris Jones is back. They're coming off a loss. I'm really intrigued by that. And then obviously the Jags. I've been intrigued by them all off season.
Legit.
Trading for Calvin Ridley was a huge pickup for them.
Evan Ingram,
Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, Zay Jones, Travis Etienne.
Yo,
we have a solid
that
defense.
Team, that offense could be top 10 for real. Top 10.
I think they can be. And Tyson Campbell, man, that dude on the outside. If there's one thing Urban Meyer did right in that draft, it was taking Tyson Campbell.
Right.
That was the one thing that he did right. So that's the game I'm intrigued by. And I have the Chiefs starting off 0-2. I don't think their receivers are it. I don't think they are.
Oh, we know that. Kadarius Toney, man,
unless Sky Moore or Justin Ross or Rasheen Rice really kind of blow up, they're going to be hurting all year.
Yep.
I really think so. And then another game I'm intrigued by, Bears and Bucks, to be honest. This is a make or break season for both Justin Fields and Baker
Mayfield. Yes, we said it at the same time.
Last week against the Vikings, that stiff arm. Get your weight up, little boy.
Yes, sir.
That's the Baker that we've known and come to love, and that we expect day in and day out. And I think that fire's back. And for me, Justin Fields, dude, I said it coming into the draft, coming into that. I don't want the Falcons drafting him at 4. I do not want it. He can't throw the ball unless the guy's wide open. He can't read a field. All he can do is run. And that's all he's been able to do. The dude, you gave him DJ Moore. You still have Chase Claypool, who's not a receiver. He's
Darnell Mooney.
big body. You know, you got Cole Kmet. You have
Darnell
Khalil
Moody.
Herbert. I mean,
Darnell Moody.
And Darnell Mooney. I mean, you have weapons, and that's how you come out.
Yeah.
He looked lost back there. He looked lost all last season. If he's not taking off for 50 yards, they're not doing anything.
Nothing.
So I need to see something out of him, and I need to see Baker Mayfield keep it going.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I took the Bucks actually last week against Minnesota. I'm like, they're gonna win this game. They're gonna win this game. I took them with the points, but then I seen them like, yeah, they're gonna win this game. The Bucks defense is gonna be a lot better. So yeah, I like those. All right. I like those games that you're talking about. Obviously, I'm a Commanders fan. We playing the Broncos. I'm intrigued, obviously, because my team, but they should beat the Broncos. The way the Broncos look, you got a good pass rush. That D-line, Chase Young plays this weekend. You got to get to him. You got Emmanuel Forbes on the outside.
Montez
right.
Sweat.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like their linebacker core as well. Like, I'm kind of with you. Like, Jamin Davis, he's growing on me. I think he's got potential. I don't think they need linebackers that can cover. I don't like who they have, but again, they got thumpers, but they can't cover. To me, that's just me. I don't think they can cover.
Can't cover. That's because they're big-bodied guys. They're there for the run. They can't open their hips up. They can't turn right. They can't go sideline to sideline. They're downhill. That's all your linebackers are, which are good against the team that's gonna run the ball.
Yeah,
this is Sean Payton. That man don't run the ball. But I think they need to, because Russell Wilson's washed. He's done. He's cooked.
I don't want to say that yet. I don't want to say that.
I'm calling it. His career is over. It's done.
Woo.
He's kaput. He's trash.
Okay.
Hero made him. End of story.
All right. That's a hot take. But all right. With that said, yeah, let's go Commanders. We're going to get it done. All right. So here we go. Here's my locks. The aforementioned Packers at the Vikings. Packers getting 1.5. Sorry, I know that's your team, but I'm going with the Packers on this one. I got to go with the Packers. I'm going with the Bucks. We talked about them. Get -2.5 at the Bears. I got the Seahawks. +4.5 at the Lions. I don't believe in the Lions. That's just me. I'm sorry. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them yet. I don't. They beat the Chiefs by 1 point without their best defensive player and best offensive player. 1 point. And now had, mind you, had Kadarius Toney just hung onto the ball and it doesn't bounce into my man, I forgot his name, who ran it back for the touchdown, Chiefs win that game. They were moving the ball.
They were. But GJ, my guy.
CJ Johnson, CJ Gardner-Johnson.
I don't know what he did. He came in and he made them defense stone cold killers.
I listen.
They're gonna. They're not gonna beat you on the scoreboard. They're gonna beat you up. And in a long season, come November, December, when it gets cold out and it starts to hurt a little bit more, they're gonna ride this, and they're gonna win the North. I had them going 12-5.
Okay, damn. I'm me. But all right, so that was my third. My fourth one is the Cardinals. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Maybe just because I hate the Giants. They're in the division. Cardinals +4.5, hosting the Giants. Then I got the Colts. Basically a pick'em game. +1 at the Texans. I like the kid. The kid is legit. Even though Jacksonville pulled away from him late in the game, I like the kid Anthony Richardson.
Gotta learn to slide though, man.
Oh well, I mean I don't get why they don't. Why these running quarterbacks don't. That's one thing you got to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. He already got hurt.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Sam Howell too. Like they said, and I was talking to last night. My boy, he's a Commander fan. I'm like, he's got to learn. He didn't see it. I'm like, he's got to learn to slide. I mean, he's taking some punishment. He took some hits he didn't need to take, man. Like you don't got to take those hits.
100% on that.
All right, what's your picks?
So I have Chargers over the Titans at 2.5. I think that's a low spread. I think Chargers blow the doors off the Titans.
Okay.
Obviously, I have my Falcons plus -1.5 over the Packers. I don't think if Christian Watson doesn't play, they're going to be locked down all game.
It could be a long day.
But with the way Aaron Jones looked last week, and with the way our defense looked last week, we need to shore that up.
Yeah, but Jones might not play. Remember, he hurt his hamstring. He didn't come back in the game.
But still, even A.J. Dillon, that's a big boy.
He is.
So I have that. Bills over Raiders. I swear to God, if Josh Allen does this again, I'm gonna drive to Buffalo myself and choke the man. But I have Bills easily over the Raiders. I have Jaguars over the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
My man, listen, I've been a Trevor Lawrence guy since high school, since he was in high school. I've been a Trevor Lawrence guy and a full believer in him. I think now that he's got a legit number one in Calvin Ridley, he's got a legit number two in Christian Kirk in the slot because you can put Zay Jones outside. He's a big body. And then you got Evan Ingram, who's basically kind of uncoverable at the tight end position. And then you got Travis Etienne, who's going to be a mismatch. I have that. And then my other lock, my man Brock Purdy and them 49ers are going to roll the Rams.
Yeah,
it's not even going to be. It's not even.
Why is the spread only 7 though? That's the weird part. Like 7.
Are they playing in LA? They're playing in LA, so it's 7.5 touchdown.
But still,
I get it. You know, they're coming off a big win over the Seahawks, which I mean, Geno Smith over here ain't that guy. Which
right.
That's different. So I get the hype of what they just did last week. And the jury for most of the national media, the jury's still out on Brock Purdy. The man hasn't lost when he's healthy. Let's just be serious about this for a minute. It's just not going to be a contest. I can't even name 5 stars in the Ram defense not named Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean they let everybody go. Yeah, everybody's gone.
Yeah, this is gonna be a blowout. That defense is number 1 in the league by far. This isn't even gonna be a close game.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. That's our locks. I did good last week. I went 9-7. I went 2-3 last week in college, so I'm 9-7 on the year. Obviously, week 1 was the first week. I went 4-1. I'm on to a good start. Let's get this money. We up. We positive. We not negative. That's it. Yeah, you know what I mean? The only one I lost was Panthers to the Falcons. That's the only one. Everyone else I had. So let's get this money, baby. All right, we come back from the break. We're going to switch gears, go to the NBA, talk a little bit about these players, the number 1 players on each team, and get into the resting, the low management rule, I should say. And then obviously we're gonna get into our rants, and we'll give our bozo of the week. Like I said, it's a whole town of bozos. That's what we're gonna give it to.
I mean, I know we talked about it before. I named 2. I'm still riding with those 2.
Yeah.
And we got the other third one. I mean, honestly, we could probably list more, but
we'll give bozos of the week. Don't worry. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Y'all stick and stay. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment. Marky, Mizzo, your boys, we right back after this. Stay locked.
Fly forever. Turn that shit up, Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit. Y'all fly forever, go get you the drip. Y'all fly forever, we real as it
get. Boy Marky, boy Mizzo. Let's get back into these topics. All right. So shout out to Fadeaway World. They released the 32. No, every NBA team's best player entering the 23-24 season. All right, so let's start it off. And they're going obviously in alphabetical order. So they got the Atlanta Hawks. Their best player is Trae Young. You agree or disagree?
Disagree.
All right. Who you got?
DeJounte Murray.
Okay. See that? All right.
I mean, he averaged 20.5 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 46% field goal. I mean, I know Trae had better numbers. From what they show. I mean, the assists, obviously, the margin's huge. Points, it's a 6-point difference, but that's because they're running the offense through Trae. I just said it during the break. I think Trae needs to be a Clay to someone's Steph. I'm not saying that Murray's Steph Curry or anywhere close to that, but I don't think Trae Young should be the guy. I like him. I'm not saying he's bad or I'm not saying he's awful. I think he's a great player. He does have that attitude. You know,
right.
He's great in him. I don't think that he's it. I mean, I think eventually, I think your ceiling's higher with Murray than it is with Trae Young.
Okay.
Because people say, I mean, listen to what people say. DeJounte Murray, they're like, we just still don't know what he is. He's great, but then he's this, but then you know who Trae Young is. You know his feeling. You don't know DeJounte Murray. You don't know it. You don't. He has the potential to be an absolute superstar. He just got to get right off the court, outside of the league. Because I don't know exactly what's going on with him. I know he's had some problems off the court. Nothing crazy, but he just got to bring it in a little bit. And I think that he can be that guy.
Okay. All right. Got you. All right. Who's next here?
Celtics.
All right. Celtics. So yeah, Celtics. Jason Tatum.
I'm gonna say now, yes, but no. Overall, I think Marcus Smart was the guy. He was the best player on their team, not from an athletic standpoint, but from a leader standpoint, facilitator standpoint, and a defensive standpoint. He was just the guy that got them to go. And you saw it when he was off the court, and it was Tatum and Brett. They were lost. They didn't know how to play with each other when it was Tatum and Brown without Marcus Smart. And when you bring Marcus Smart back into the fold, the offense was cleaner. It was a lot more clean. I know they have a new head coach, but not a new head coach. He's going into his second.
I know he's saying, yeah, I got you.
But they had a new head coach last year. Tatum wants to be Kobe. He's not.
That's everything. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's just not. I think when all is said and done, I think Jaylen Brown's going to be the better Celtic.
So Brogdon is a starting point guard right now.
Yeah.
That should help him out as far as getting them into their offensive sets. Because I believe I'm with you. That was their problem. Them two were the facilitators, and they shouldn't be. They're not playmakers. That's not their games. Either of them. And that was the problem, I think.
Yeah, and Brogdon, I think he's going to be okay. He's clearly a bridge player. He's not going to be the guy they're going to roll with for the next 5-6 years. Like, he's not going to be that guy.
No.
But I also don't. I think on the defensive side, Marcus Smart brought a whole lot more to the defense than people want to give him credit for. I mean, the dude won Defensive Player of the Year as a point guard. You know what I mean? Like, and then you trade him. And I get you had to from a money standpoint because you didn't want to let Jaylen Brown walk. I think they made the right decision by putting Brown and Tatum together. But I do think they're not a championship team without Marcus Smart. I truly believe that. I love the Celtics. I think what they have going is good. Their core is great. I love Robert Williams. These guys, they have something there, but they don't have someone to lead them. Tatum's not a leader. Brown has made it obvious he doesn't want to be a leader. He just wants to play ball. And then Brogdon, he's just not. They don't have a leader, and that's going to be their problem this year.
Got you. All right. Let's run through it. All right. So the next team, I keep getting out of this thing.
Brooklyn Nets.
Yes, sir. Brooklyn Nets. Mikal Bridges. I got to agree with that.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. I mean, they don't really have much else.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's my team, and I hope they do good. They're a team of wings. They got nothing but wings. They needed a big man.
Team. They're a playing team that can make some noise, but maybe second round is like their ceiling.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all you're gonna get.
They got to defend though. They have to defend at a very high level for them to make it to the second round.
Talk and his hype that they're saying about him this year is legit.
Yeah. Then yes.
Defensively, I definitely think they could put something together. But if Ben Simmons just turns out to be freaking Ben Simmons,
it's a wrap. We're not even making a play in. They're gonna have to make some different moves. You got to rebuild. All right, Hornets, LaMelo Ball. Yes, yeah. I mean we can't disagree on that.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Bulls, DeMar DeRozan. Yes, can.
Yes, honestly, without Lonzo Ball, yes.
Yeah. Without that's what I'm saying.
Ball isn't what they wanted him to be, but I think he brings something when he's on the court that they really need. But without him, it's DeMar DeRozan.
All right. Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell.
Easy.
Yeah. Mavs, we don't got to do it. Luka Doncic, yes.
Yeah, easy.
Nuggets, we don't got to do it. Jokic, easy. Nikola Jokic, easy. Now Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham. I kind of went with Jaden Ivey, but looking at the stats, Yeah, it's Cade Cunningham.
He's coming into his own. He's gonna get the hang of it. He's gonna figure it out. 19 points a game,
six rebounds,
6 assists.
Yeah, that's good.
He's basically averaging a steal and a block per game. He's gonna be good. I agree with that.
No doubt. All right. Well, obviously the Warriors, we know what that is. It's Steph.
Steph Curry, the man.
Now the Rockets, Fred VanVleet had an issue with this. I would have picked two different players, either Jabari Smith or Alperen Sengun. Either one of them two.
Jabari Smith, I think. I get what they're trying to say here with Fred Van. Yeah,
it's hard.
VanVleet, I get what they're trying to say here. Yeah. He brings championship caliber.
DNA, I got you.
He's a veteran in the game. He can hit the three when you need it. He's 7 assists a game, so he can facilitate the ball. I see what they're trying to do with this pick, but no.
Exactly. I'm with you. All right. Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
I kind of like Miles Turner, but I see it. I would say Miles Turner. Because Miles Turner can pass, he can rebound, he can shoot. Miles Turner, he's a stretch 5 to me. He can shoot.
20 points a game, 10 assists. The dude's averaging a double-double.
Yeah, nah, you're right. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Tyrese Halliburton's nasty. He's nasty. Yeah. He's nice. I don't know what Sacramento did. I don't get me wrong. I like De'Aaron Fox, but I wouldn't have let him go.
I would have put them two together.
Absolutely.
You can move Fox to the 2 easily.
Yeah, absolutely. Clippers, Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Obviously. No? Who you got?
Paul George.
Okay. All right. Lakers, we don't got to say it.
Davis.
Huh? Anthony Davis? Well, they got LeBron here, but you say
I know. LeBron is LeBron. I know. But at some point, Father Time is going to catch up. He's going to be one of the stars. They're going to rest a lot. And I know Anthony Davis tears his ACL when he rolls out of bed in the morning. But at this point in their careers, from a talent standpoint, it's Anthony Davis.
Listen, Lakers, what they got this year, but it's championship or bust. Like they got to win the chip.
If Austin Reeves continues to do what he does, and then elevates, it has to be
all the signings.
If you don't do it, blow it up.
Yeah, all the signings. You just signed Christian Wood. They're deep. You got to win it this year.
They're deep across the board.
Yeah, you got to win it this year. Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant. That's obviously.
No, Marcus Smart.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. Come on. All right, no, hell no, but all right.
This is the reason why I'm doing it. Ja Morant is a clown.
Yeah, but you talking about off the court though.
But it translates to on the court in a long season when the road gets hard and things going your way. Do you have the mental strength and capacity to push through? Ja Morant has shown us off the court.
He doesn't.
He wants to be some rich kid now in the ghetto. Like, that's what he's focused on. He doesn't care about basketball. Marcus Smart, you've seen it in Boston his whole career. He's a dog. They're great defensively already. They're going to be even better. And honestly, you could even throw in Jaren Jackson.
Triple J, okay.
You could.
I'm saying with Ja, but I like it. All right, I like it. The Miami Heat.
Jimmy Butler.
You still calling him Himmy after them last 4 games of the finals? Listen, I ain't calling him Himmy no more.
I'll still give it to him. Everybody has a bad stretch. Even the greats fall down sometimes. Tom Brady's lost Super Bowls. Peyton Manning's lost Super Bowls.
Yeah, all right.
LeBron is in the GOAT conversation, and he's 4-6 in the finals. So, to me, yeah, Jimmy Butler.
All right. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Easy.
Really? Really?
Chris Middleton?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
See,
I'm going to say yes. But it's close.
Yes, too, but you can make an argument for Cat.
Absolutely.
You can make an argument for him, but I'm going to say Anthony Edwards, and I'm going to say it for this reason only, the embarrassment they just went through. Team USA.
He was the best player on the team, though.
And you lose to Germany, then you lose to fucking Dylan Brooks in Canada.
Wow. Wow. It took a missed free throw and a shot in the corner from Mikal Bridges just to send it into overtime, and you still lost.
Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander cooked them. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And you know what? You see, hey, did you see they got their ranking? They're the number one ranked team in FIBA. USA. I'm like, how? Like, how? Like, that don't even make sense. I don't get it. They didn't even medal, and they were number one team again. Like, what?
They should be, because from a talent standpoint, they're
okay.
So this team reminds me of the bronze team in 2004.
In Athens. Yep.
The talent is all over the place. They just don't know how to play together.
Absolutely.
You need to bring in a veteran. And you know what? For me, I think this was a good thing because it brought excitement back for the vets. LeBron James is like, dog,
I'm playing
this again. I'm playing. He's talking to KD. He's
Steph's playing. Yeah.
Like, he's talking to, like, we're gonna redeem ourselves. I think it was a good thing for Team USA. These young kids went in with a big hubris. They got shown up, and the NBA stars are like, yeah, bro, no, that's not how Team USA plays.
Absolutely. New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson. I'm saying Brandon Ingram. That's me. I'm going Brandon Ingram.
Zion Williams can't stay healthy. He can't lose weight. Got whatever's going on with the porn star.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Brandon Ingram. All right. The Knicks, Jalen Brunson. Easy. Yeah, I'll say Jay. I got you. Jalen Brunson. Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, it's Shai. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. There's not even close. Orlando Magic, Paolo Banchero. I'm gonna say yes. I like Jalen Suggs. I like a couple other guys they got, but I'm gonna say Paolo Banchero. Philly. Come on, we don't gotta say it. Joel Embiid. Now the Suns is just where I get off. It's not Devin Booker, it's KD. I know KD's gotten old. I know KD's been hurt a lot, and I know Devin Booker's a bucket. But I'm still going KD, man. I'm gonna
go KD too. But don't sleep on Bradley Beal.
Let's see. I'm interested to see that.
Don't sleep on Bradley Beal.
You high on him? I mean, I like him, but I just feel like
I'm high on him in Phoenix because Bradley Beal in Washington was the guy.
Yeah.
He's not the guy. He's a superstar who will get buckets for you, and you can't double team him because you got KD and Booker. You can't.
Absolutely.
So it's going to open up for more ISOs for him, more one-on-ones. You know, KD's obviously he's going to shoot his mid-range. Booker, for his size, loves to go to the basket. So there's going to be a lot of kickouts. It is KD. Don't sleep on Bradley Beal. That's all.
Got you. All right. Now, Portland Trailblazers, Scoot Henderson. I went for Anthony Simon because this dude ain't even played yet. That's who I went with. Like,
it's Dame until it's not Dame.
That's it.
It's Dame until it's not Dame.
Yeah.
This, I was like, what?
I'm with you on that. Yeah, all right. So I ain't even gonna say no more. Sacramento Kings is De'Aaron Fox. I mean, you could make a case for my man Sabonis, but no, I say De'Aaron Fox. Now the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama. I don't. He hasn't played yet, but I guess
he hasn't played yet. But I also, at the same time,
who the hell's on their team? Doug McDermott.
I don't know who else you're gonna put on here.
Doug McDermott. You're not gonna put him. So I mean,
that's just by default.
Yeah. So now the Raptors, they got Pascal Siakam. I'm with Scotty Barnes, but Pascal Siakam is definitely he's what is he? 24, 7 and 5.
As of right now, yes. By the end of the year, no.
You think he's gonna be traded, right?
I don't think he's gonna. He definitely easily could be traded, but I definitely don't think that he'll end up being the guy by the end of the year.
Got you. All right. The Jazz, Lauri Markkanen.
I'm gonna go, because dude,
hell yeah.
The Jazz have.
Walker Kessler's good. I like the kid Walker Kessler.
But right now, this is what you got to roll with. 25 and 8. I mean, he's not gonna give you a lot of assists, but he's gonna score buckets. He's gonna get boards for you.
Yeah, they got Jordan Clarkson and stuff too, but yeah, so that's cool. Mike Conley, I think, still on the team. Unless they let him go. I mean, on the Wizards, they had Jordan Poole. I mean, I don't know, man. I'll take Kyle Kuzma or Danilo Gallinari over him. That's just me.
Yeah, they're still trying to hope he was what he was 2 years ago for gold.
Right. I don't see it.
I don't either.
It's not happening. I don't like him. I don't.
It really isn't. But I get it. I get the pick. I don't think it's a good pick.
No, not
But
at all.
I understand that you're still going off of hype. I mean, he is still super young. He's only 24. So I get it. There's still so much unknown and so much untapped potential within Jordan Poole. I understand it. I wouldn't. No.
You can't do it.
I personally, I can't. No.
No doubt. All right. Good stuff right there. Now let's get into the other part of the NBA. So the league on Wednesday, they ruled in favor. The NBA Board of Governors voted to approve stricter rules around resting players. So basically, the NBA Board of Governors voted to improve new rules, strengthening resting policy rules and punishments for star players that include national televised games, in-season tournament games, and sitting out multiple All-Stars together in regular season games. So basically, under the new rules, teams will be fined $100K for the first violation, $250 for the second violation, and $1 million for more than the previous penalty for each additional violation.
If it ain't draft capital, they're going to abuse this.
Right. That's what I was going to say. What are your thoughts on it?
I like what they're trying to do. I don't think it's going to work. I think they're going to start listing phantom injuries. I really do think that's going to be coming. I don't agree with resting players, period. Someone like when they did it with LeBron and LeBron now, Tim Duncan at the end of his career, I get that. LeBron's pushing 40, but yeah, this is the save face. All this is just bells, whistles, and fireworks. And it's not going to be enforced. What's $1 million to a team that's bringing in billions of dollars? You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
And honestly, how hard is it to really fake an injury report?
Not hard at all. That's what I put in. I said they're going to start faking injuries now. Watch them do it.
This is honestly, unless you're going to do severe draft capital, take a first-round pick in 2 years, stuff like that. Suspend players, suspend coaches, suspend GMs.
Right. It's not happening.
It's not happening. It's not happening. If I think they should put something, if you're over the age of like 35.
LeBron got that. They do have that exception. Yeah. LeBron's one of them. He's one of them.
I think like players like Steph who are pushing mid-30s, KD pushing mid-30s. I get that. You want to keep them healthy. But if you're out here resting Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama and like go away. Like this
we're not trying to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? And this for me, I'm old school when it comes to sports. If you're not gonna die for your team, get out of them.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say this. Just shorten the season. I mean, just shorten the season.
If this is what you're gonna do, exactly. I mean,
just shorten the season. Don't get me wrong. I want to see as many games as possible. I don't mind an 82-game season, but if you're looking at it from a money perspective, you want to keep 82 games. But if you're saying you want to protect the players, but also let's find a way to make money, then bring it down to December. 72 games like you did year COVID. December 1st, you start. Still make the Christmas Day the marquee games. Let it end in July again. And again, don't start till December where you're not competing so much with football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then just do it like that if that's the case. But what you're doing now is just like you said, they're going to circumvent the rules. They're going to find a way to circumvent.
They're going to find loopholes.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man.
Not only that, for me, I wouldn't really so much shorten the season as I'd shorten the playoffs.
Go back to 3,
7, 7, 7. Like it's just 3, 5, 7. Boom, call it a
right. Yeah, that's what they did that in the early days, and then they went to 3, 3, 5, 7, 7, 7, and then they said let's go back to all 7s. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
To start in April and end in July, that's just stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's to me, that's just dumb.
Well, listen, if they're gonna, if what I'm saying, so basically what I'm saying is, if you don't do the 4 games out of 5 nights, if you don't do none of that and keep it in a 72-game schedule, you could tell them, look, now you're gonna play every other day once you get to the playoffs. Cool. Yeah. We didn't give you so many back-to-backs like that. You could play every other day now. Let's go. You know what I mean? You could do it now.
I agree. I just playoffs, because then you add the play-in, then you add the first round, second round,
right,
conference finals, and you're lengthening something that honestly should be shortened for the height, because you get a team rolling in for a 7-game series. You know, you have a team like, let's say, for Boston, for example. They know basically the 7-game series, they're going to roll basically a lot of the teams in the East.
Right.
You turn that to 3 games.
They got to turn it up.
You got to turn it up.
Quick.
Then
right
you
away.
take it to 5 games, you still got to turn it up.
So you got to turn it up.
Yeah. Now you're in the conference finals at 7 games. You bring it. Now you're in the finals for 7. Like that's the way they should go. Shorten the playoffs, keep the season, maybe lengthen the All-Star break to give them a little bit more of a rest. And that's how I would do it. That's how I would do it.
I got you. Keep the 82, but shorten the I got you. Keep the 82, but shorten the 82,
shorten the playoffs, lengthen the All-Star.
Got you. I like that. That's actually good. That's actually good right there. All right. Before we get into our rant, you ready to give out some bozos of the week?
I'm ready to give out 3 of them.
Let's go. What you got?
First and foremost, I'm going to start with my own team, Arthur Smith. Fix your damn route concepts and get the hell out of your own way. Your play calling Sunday was atrocious. It was god-awful. And that's what really got me excited for him last year. He knew what to run, when to run it, how to run it. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing. You know, the first drive was a 3-and-out. You threw the ball 3 times in a row with a kid who's started 4 games, a 3rd-round pick. You know, you got a young core around him. You got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Mac Hunt. You don't even have a number 2 receiver. You don't have a slot receiver. You drafted Bijan Robinson, to me, which, again, back to Arthur Smith in the front office. This is not a knock on Bijan. This is more of a knock on the organization.
I was about to say that juke move. That stutter step was pretty nice.
So here's one thing that I picked up on him on Sunday. That breakaway that he had in college is gone.
Yeah,
but that's why you drafted him.
Right.
If you watch Bijan's college highlights, he doesn't have a giddy up, a second.
No. In
the NFL, you need that. And you drafted him number 8 overall based off that. And the fact that you didn't even see that, to me, is a massive red flag. True. You had the number 3 ranked rushing offense in the NFL. You had the best yards per carry, 2nd most rushing touchdowns, 1st most first downs picked up on running the ball. You had a 5th-round rookie in Tyler Algier, who was a healthy scratch, I believe, for the first 2 or 3 weeks. Then you split in carries 50-50, averaged 5 yards a carry, ran for over 1,000 yards. And that's what you pick? So,
hey, man, listen.
Arthur Smith, Terry, get your shit together. Bozo number 2, Josh Allen, my man, my buddy, my dog. Stop doing the most.
Get him.
Stop it. Stop running when you have a receiver wide open 5 yards downfield. Give it to your guys. Trust them. Your first interception of the night, you had 25 yards down the field. If you would have ran it, you decided to throw it 60 yards in the air in a double coverage and get an interception. Jordan Whitehead picked you off 3 times. You fumbled the ball. You didn't know when to get down. You looked completely lost back there. You didn't trust Stephon Diggs. You didn't trust Gabe Davis. You drafted Dalton Kincaid for this. You have dude, stop. Slow down. Take a breather and take what the defense is giving you. Stop doing the most. And third, Packers fans.
Yes, that's the one.
Over at the bar, Packers fans.
It's what you get.
It's what you get. I'm so glad this happened to you. I think this is hilarious, and I hope that you all had to pay that bill.
They did. Oh, they did. So basically, what Marky's alluded to is that there's a bar in Green Bay that basically said, if the Jets lose with Aaron Rodgers, the bill's free. Your bill's free. You don't have to pay for your drinks. So now I'm sure towards the beginning of the game, they might have thought, oh, shoot, we're going to lose. But then once Aaron Rodgers went out, again, we don't wish it on him. Everybody thought, oh, we're going to win. They ran up their bills. They double fisted and everything. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Guess what they saw? The end of the game, watching my man run it back on a punt return, which was an illegal block towards the end. They didn't call it back.
All your bar tabs.
Josh Allen does too, because he was the best. He was the best player on the Jets on Monday night.
He was.
But
he
anyway,
really was, man. Dude. Oh,
hey, he got Isaiah Whitehead his bonus incentives in one game. In one game, he needed 3 picks to get $250,000. He got it in one game. One game. Wow. All right. Listen, that's his bozos of the week. I'm with him on the Green Bay fans. We talked about you guys. Sorry, man, but that was some. You ended up thinking you was going to win, and you got ahead of yourself. You are bozos for that. So my bozos definitely, like I said, I've been on the Yankees for a long time now, and I can't get off them. Like pause, but you get another your best prospect to come up in a while. Jason Dominguez comes up. He hits a home run in 4 of his first 5 games, a record. He's tearing the cover off the ball. A week later, he's on the shelf now for 9 to 12 months with a UCL tear. He needs Tommy John surgery. So you lose one of your best prospects. What the hell is going on with the Yankees training staff? I don't understand. Every time you turn around, somebody's hurt. And it's big name stars. The whole damn lineup is hurt. Like, what is happening?
Honestly, I'm not the biggest baseball guy, but I agree with you on this, man. What the hell are the Yankees doing?
Like what are you?
This is a World Series roster. Like, this is a title roster, and they look like
a minor league baseball team.
Like,
that's it. It's Aaron Judge and everybody else. You kept Josh Donaldson. Again, I've done this already. You kept Josh Donaldson for whatever reason. You should have been brought these kids up, because now they're hitting. They just won. They're winning right now. They were losing. Now they're winning. They're starting to hit more. You should have been done this before it was too late. But again, you did it. You brought up your best prospect. Dominguez comes up. His first at bat, he smacks it in Houston. Home run, family there, everything. A week later, he's gone for 9 to 10 months.
Aaron
Damn. Yo, that's what I'm saying. But now Judge comes out and says, Boone's my guy. I don't know. I just don't know. That's what I want to say to him. I know you're the captain and you want to make it look good. He's not the guy. Aaron Boone, go manage the Cincinnati Reds. You can manage them.
Do something else, man.
But you're not a Yankees manager. No. And Brian Cashman's got to go too. Listen, somebody said something. The Red Sox just fired their chairman, Che Bloom. I think he's got a World Series with him, or at least he's been to playoffs and got to the ALCS. They fired him. You mean to tell me you can't let Brian Cashman go after 30 years? You can.
It's okay. You don't want to.
It's okay, Hal. You can let him go too. It's okay.
They don't want it.
It's okay. My second bozos of the week is no, it's my rant actually. But yeah, it's my rant now. My rant is Team USA. We talked about them.
Yep.
The roster you put together, anybody could have seen this roster was not even going to win the gold medal, let alone medal. I saw that. You had no big men. We watched Serbia, we watched Germany, and we watched Canada out-rebound you. Every offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and went to them. You got slacked on the boards, and your biggest man was Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. What made you think this roster was going to be that good to compete and medal?
They were just hoping for points.
And it didn't work. And like you said, there was no cohesion. Anthony Edwards was the best player on the team. Come on, man.
Here's
crazy.
The problem with the NBA compared to the rest of the world. The rest of the world's playing basketball. The NBA is playing and one now.
That's it.
That's just
what it is.
And look at the European players in the league right now that are dominating. Jokic, Giannis, Luka.
Yeah.
They play ball.
They don't
do this wild 45
dribble. Yeah.
Like They play ball. They facilitate. They scored. They play defense, even though Luka's not really a good defender. But they know how to. They all know how to pass the ball. They all know how to score.
Right.
They all know how to run an offense.
Right.
They all know how to at least play defense. They're not the greatest at it, all of them, but they know how to play. They know where to be. It just doesn't go their way a lot of the time. So the rest of the world's playing basketball. USA's out here trying to be hot sauce and the professor and all this stuff. It's flashy, but it's not going to win you in these games.
And exactly the teams that have won the championships, the Warriors and the Nuggets, they pride themselves on ball movement. Move the damn ball. The Celtics, they got there.
Stop the threes. Stop it. Stop it all. Stop it. Slow down a little bit. Find your mismatch. Get your pick and roll going. Just start doing something different.
Absolutely. All right, what you got? What's your rant before we get up out of here? You got
my rant? I'm gonna pick up on the same rant.
There you go.
Bijan Robinson, man.
There you go.
This is not a knock on Bijan. I think he's very talented. It was the wrong pick.
Right,
the wrong pick for a multitude of reasons. Reasons number one, Bijan Robinson is a pick for a team that is on the cusp of a title, a Buffalo. You need someone. Perfect fit for Buffalo. Philly, Kansas City. You know, the teams that are right there, they just need someone that they can solely rely on and also catch the ball out of the backfield. And reason number two, I said it already. He doesn't have any giddy up. He doesn't have a second gear. All those swing passes and all those outside zones and the inside zones that he was running in college, where he was able to break the second level and stay in the same gear and just go, is not going to work in the NFL. Linebackers and defensive ends are running 4.3 40s.
They're fast.
They're fast as fuck. Defensive tackles are running in the 4.5s, 4.6s, 4.7s. Your 4.4 needs to turn into a 4.2 at the second level.
Ain't happening.
It's not going to.
Exactly.
He's not going to be the guy we all think he's going to be. He's going to be good. He's going to give you 1,100 yards. He's going to give you 500 yards receiving. He's not going to be LT, who everyone's comparing him to, which I think that's
LaDainian Tomlinson.
The comparisons were LT because he can catch the ball, he can run the ball,
stuff
like that. That's not him at all.
No.
And to me, I think that's an absolute insult to LaDainian Tomlinson.
Right.
Yeah. So Bijan Robinson was the wrong pick. And he's not the wrong pick because he's bad. Like I said, he's the wrong pick
for them.
What we want him to do, he's not going to be able to do on our team because we don't have a Travis Kelce, a Stephon Diggs, a Gabe Davis. You know, we don't have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. We don't have that. So the boxes are going to be loaded. Safeties are going to be playing down. Corners are going to be playing man up. He's not going to make these guys miss all that often. That touchdown to me, that was lucky. He got tripped up. He just kept his balance.
Okay.
You know, he had 6 catches for 27 yards.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a second gear. Like Tyreek Hill, you catch him on a slant, it's over with. It's over with. Bijan Robinson doesn't have that ability at all. Not even close to that ability.
Christian McCaffrey, throw it out to him in the flat. He can make it. He's out of there. He can make it miss. He's gone.
He doesn't have the second gear, a second level, an extra oomph behind his step when he's in the open field. And I think it's going to come back and bite us in the ass. Not only that, you just had a 1,000-yard rusher on a rookie. There's a 5th-round pick. Bijan Robinson, this is a fact. Anyone can look it up, is the highest paid running back in the NFL.
Yeah, I saw that.
One game.
I saw that.
It's dumb.
They got it. They're doing the running backs dirty, man. All right, listen. That was my man Marky's rant. We're going to hear more rants from him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know y'all want him on the show. I want him on the show. Listen, this is what we do. We fanatics. We talk about sports in all type of ways. That's it. We're going to talk our talk. Ride with us. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Marky. Shout out to everybody. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see y'all next week. It's Fanatical Massholes. Your boy Mizzo. Y'all stay blessed. We out. Peace.
Have a good one, guys.
Ayy, I'm fly forever, we real as it get. Never say never, we know for them hits. Feeling that weather you put on your fit.